going to try and test my patience here. Something I wanted to try for a while. Now's a good chance to do it, but I'm going to try to do a time blend and probably be an exposure blend or long exposure at the same time. But Halifax waterfront, and the sun just went below the horizon, so we're starting to get some of the colors. And then we'll take a bunch of shots. I've already started shooting, and then we'll put some of the sunset sky, and then we'll wait until it gets dark, and we'll blend in the city lights once they turn on to get the final image that has kind of both those things. But right now we have some decent clouds, so hopefully they'll pop, and then we can get the nice colors. So I mentioned testing my patience, and the idea of this is to basically have one composition, and then you shoot the same composition throughout, and you don't move. So if an interesting thing like a boat comes across, since I only have one body, I can't shoot that. So this is the composition I picked. I got Purdy's Wharf, went a little bit wider to kind of capture some of it, and then obviously more focus on the sky, and then we can play around with crops. So this is also a good time to be doing it because we haven't had rain in forever. We're actually not allowed in the woods. It's a $25,000 fine to go hiking in the woods because everything's so dry. They don't want forest fires because they already have a bunch out of control here in Nova Scotia. So a good time to try and get this shot, and looks like the color is popping. But not over my building. Color, no color, color. So it's 10 stop. I bumped my ISO up a little bit to get about a 2-minute exposure just in between here, but the colors fade pretty quick. There's that chip in a room, my 2-minute exposure. It's gonna enter my frame in a little bit. I think I'm gonna be good. Dreamy.
That would end up being my sky exposure for the time blend. The boat did pass by earlier, which I shot right in front of the Purdy's Wharf Towers. It's a sailboat that you can go on for a harbor cruise. I also shot a 2-minute exposure earlier, which I converted to black and white.
So the sky's on fire over the bridge. It's pretty muted over here. So the sun would rise over here, which would light up the buildings nicely, but you wouldn't have that direct light directly over. But I was hoping to get a little bit more color there, but I should still be able to make do with what I got. I might try for a morning shoot here as well, same idea, but it'd be nice if some of that color was over there. Still just shooting away. There's more and more of the city lights coming on. So we're F11, 4 seconds, base size out. We're just plugging away, just to give us options. Light's fading fast. 10-second exposures. So I'm hoping for more lights on that building there. So lots of lights on. I don't think I'm going to get any more out of my building. Yeah, so I probably have my shots, and I'm going to now move the camera for the first time in an hour. And there's a building there that has some bunch of weird lights on it. Boxes. Oh, I'll shoot that. Oh, I'm gonna pack up and we'll jump into the office and I'll show you the process for this area. So back at the computer, gonna show you the steps I took. Pretty simple, at least for this composition. But I used 2 photos that are 30 minutes apart, and then we'll dive right in.
So I've already adjusted both the images I'm using. These two here, again, 30 minutes apart. Just settings in Lightroom just to make them pleasing. So you select both of them, right click, where is it? Edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. So I've already done that. We'll jump over to Photoshop. So here's the long exposure without all the sensor dust. So I umped up the sky a little bit because again we didn't have a whole lot going on there. So the first step you do is you select both your images and then auto align layers. So I've already done that, but you hit auto and you want them to be together. So these are my 2 layers, and we want all this bright highlights from the lights in our image, and we're going to change the blend-in layer to do that. So this is it, add it, and the blend-in layer we use is lighten. So normal, and then lighten, and then it's done a little bit of weirdness up here and with the colors, so I masked that out. Pretty simple. And again, this is before, after, before and after. So I'll tweak a little bit here, but nothing too crazy. And I just used the 2 images. Obviously you can use more depending on how the light goes, but again, we didn't have super crazy light to kind of play with, so we just had the lights and then the sky.
So overall, I think the time blend is a much more pleasing image. You can always let me know. Hopefully I'll be able to do one in the near future that will have a little bit more oomph in the sky. But yeah, so the next video will probably be a little bit, because again, I'm going to be traveling and going to Scotland for 2 weeks. And it's just the wife and I, so it should be lots of opportunity for some photography, and I'm super excited about it. But until that one, thanks for watching.